Hi, my name's Jennifer. Welcome back to my channel. This morning we had a very exciting announcement. We found out the shortlist for the Women's Prize for Fiction, and I, for one, am shocked. I'm very shocked. This was a very surprising shortlist to me. If you watched my shortlist prediction video, you'll know that I only got 2 of the 6 correct. And the 2 that I got correct were Demon Copperhead and The Marriage Portrait, which are arguably, the 2 biggest hitters from the long list. So I am not giving myself any points on my shortlist prediction this year. I did terribly. Anyway, in terms of the books that have been shortlisted then, I've only read one of them, which is The Marriage Portrait. I did enjoy it. I thought it was a good book. I have then DNF'd 3 of this shortlist already. This is why I could never be a book prize judge, because I would just DNF all the books. So I've DNF'd Demon Copperhead. And Demon Copperhead, I'm sure it's a very good book, but it's just not my kind of thing. And it's very, very long, and I just didn't want to, slug my way through it. So I DNF'd Demon Copperhead. I also DNF'd Pod after 9 pages. Just not for me. And from what I've heard of other reviews of Pod in terms of the content of that book, that is a book that I would have always DNF'd because of that content. It's just not stuff that I want to read. Pod for me is the shocker. I wasn't expecting Pod to be on this list. I have heard a few people say they really love it. And this is all, subjective, obviously. But I was shocked to see Pod on the list. And then the other one, from the shortlist that I have picked up and DNF'd is Trespassers by Louise Kennedy, which I read, I think, maybe 40 pages of-ish. I DNF'd it because I found it a bit dull. I wasn't enjoying the reading experience and I didn't want to keep picking the book up. Trespassers, for me, was kind of forgettable. I mean, I know I've only read 40 pages, so, I can't judge. To the point that when I was going to film my shortlist prediction video the other day, and I was thinking about which of the books I'd read, which I'd DNF'd, and I thought to myself, should I just check online on my Storygraph in case I'm missing any of the books, And I thought, no. And then I did, I checked, and I had completely forgotten that I had picked up and DNF Trespassers. That's how forgettable it was for me. Some people really love it. And then there are 2 books on this shortlist which I have not picked up at all. So we have Black Butterflies and Fire Rush. I've not checked for a while, so I will check my library and my work library in case they have access to those books. Potentially now the books have been shortlisted, maybe they'll order copies in. So in terms of surprises, there were 2 books that I was hoping was going to be on the shortlist. The first is Cursed Bread, and I really, really like that book. I was hoping it was going to be shortlisted. I thought it could have been. I'm not surprised it hasn't been, though. But my other favourite, actually, I'm only about 50% through this one, but it's excellent, is I'm a Fan, and I am so shocked that I'm a Fan has not made the shortlist. I think the judges clearly have terrible taste. What is that about? How can I'm a Fan not make the shortlist and Pod has made the shortlist? What is that about? So yeah, very surprised. I'm also surprised that Wandering Souls isn't on there. That's a book I've not picked up yet. But just based on sort of the other feedback that I've heard from other people, I am quite surprised that Wandering Souls didn't make it. In terms of what I think is going to win, my prediction is Demon Copperhead. If you had asked me before the long list was even announced, my prediction would have been Demon Copperhead, as I think it would have been probably many people's predictions. And just because it's potentially a predictable winner doesn't mean that it doesn't deserve it. So that's fine. But if I'm a Fan was in the shortlist, that was going to be my winner prediction, but that is now out the window. So there we go. So yes, let me know what you think about this shortlist. Which ones are you pleased are on there? Are there any that you are still planning on reading? Are there any that you were surprised didn't make the cut? Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you again very soon. Bye.